Well, while the future of Brexit remains uncertain, tensions in the UK are growing as the Yellow Vest movement makes its way to the British Parliament. One America's Gabrielle Kachia sits down with the specialist to talk about the ongoing demonstrations.
We hear about France and the Yellow Vests all the time. Now we're hearing some movement in the UK. So what is the goal of the new movement over in the UK for the Yellow Vests?
So a lot of people will know that the French Yellow Vest protesters are some left, some centre and some right-wing orientated people. The difference is with the United Kingdom is they're predominantly right-wing people, and that's because Brexit, the movement to leave the European Union, is a predominantly conservative or right-wing and somewhat libertarian movement. So the people donning the yellow vests and standing outside the House of Commons, outside the Parliament in the UK, are Brexit activists, and they want a real Brexit. Now, at the moment, you've got Theresa May, the Prime Minister, who's offering a very watered-down version of Brexit because she's just not in favour of it. You have the political establishment who are trying to stop it altogether. You don't really have a grassroots activist force out there, at least you didn't have until a couple of weeks ago, who are on the streets doing sort of direct action in the way that the left has traditionally done it, calling for a proper, hard Brexit. So that's what the Yellow Vest protesters in the UK are really going for. They've caused a lot of consternation in the British press over the last 24 to 48 hours, because what they do is they stand out there and I think in the greatest expression of free speech and democratic values, they heckle members of Parliament. And they call them names, and they're silly about it, and they chant at them. And
that happens here.
Right, and there's an irony and a silliness about it, but it also makes a point. But the parliamentarians are now making the case to the police that they want protection from the public while they're in Westminster. It would be like Maxine Waters saying she wants to be surrounded by 20 police anywhere she goes on Capitol Hill, and she probably does. But the fact of the matter is, you have these parliamentarians now in the UK who are actively working against the will of the people as it was expressed on the 23rd of June 2016, and they expect to be mollycoddled and protected by the police all the while doing so. And I just have this one thing to say about it. There are no consequences to going against the will of the people. Though things will happen, heckling will happen, protests will happen, activism will happen.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.